Motivation and closing shows. It is very important is that you try to home it. That's when you home it. It means you own it. And when you own it, you can get someone about it come in and they come out. Video. Whole post, whole get different eras, right? 70s, 70s. Hear this? DJ, yes, it's DJ. 90s, oh yes, it's a move. Thank you. Blue guys in.
Know where you stand as it relates to qualification, and also check up on your contributions. Do not leave it to say I'm paying so it's okay. A lot of times we have our customers come in, and until the time that they are being processed, this is when you realize either they missed a month last year, their employer is not sending me the funds on time. So you can always go to the branch of your choice, the nearest one to you if you're having issues being registered online. We are there to assist.
Absolutely. So I can checking the must-haves to become approved for a home.
So, looking at the checklist from two aspects. We have personal documents as well as property documents. So for your personal documents, you want to ensure that you have a valid identification. As we would say, valid ID. Driver's license, national ID, or your passport. Double check those dates. Ensure that they are valid. Your NIS card, your TRN. We need those documentations. Let us look at, we also need your birth certificate.
Why?
We need it for proof of age, and we want to verify that what is on your ID matches what is on your birth certificate. If on your ID your name is John Tim Brown, and on your birth certificate it is saying John Tim Brown without a hyphen, to us it is two different persons. So we want to ensure that there's a consistency across the board when it comes on to your name. Verify that the person selling the property has the legal rights to sell the property, and that a title actually exists for that property.
All right.
We're going to look at the surveyor's identification report as well as valuation report. You will also want to ensure that person selling the property pay up their property taxing. So we'll need the property tax certificate.
And if it's not paid up, with the owner, being the person selling that home, has not paid up the property tax, what would that mean for a contributor in terms of trying to get that streamlined?
And this is why we get the pay down to the vendor must have an attorney. It is not the purchaser's responsibility to make sure that the property taxes are up to date. So a current property tax certificate, why we ask for this, is to ensure that all the property taxes are up to date.
So you're purchasing a property and it is valued at $10 million. The vendor, this is the person selling the property, indicated that they want a 5% deposit. What is 5% of $10 million? $500,000. So we would want you to save up to the $500,000. We don't want you to be looking to get an unsecured loan. So you save up your $500,000. That is what you will pay for your deposit. You will receive a receipt after you make your payment. So when you're buying the property, any money that you pay, ensure you get a receipt to show what you have paid. Don't just get the receipt and put it in your bag, Look on the receipt, ensure that your name is spelled correctly. And we look at the sales agreement. Katrina will tell you some of the mistakes or some of the things that she would have identified on the sales agreement that she has to point out to her customers to get it rectified.
Alright, go ahead, Petula. Let's spell it out.
So some issues we see on the sales agreement. Remember, we talk about your name, spelling of your name. When you name Nikki and Mary and Johnny, you grew up named that way. It's not your name, it's a nickname. You cannot put that on your sales agreement. It will cause a problem because that's not on your birth certificate. So you have to be careful that your name is spelled correctly. Some things we look on, we call the vendor's attorney carriage of sale. Who is responsible for the sale? Because the National Housing Trust, when our lawyers are reaching out to the attorneys, that's the person we're going to reach out to. You cannot have two attorneys named there. We see a lot of times, maybe two vendors having issues. They don't trust each other anymore. And I want to have my own attorney. We don't do that. So you have to decide who is going to be responsible for the sale. We will only have conversation with one vendor's attorney.
Wanna hear that?